one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the V's, run me that flow back. In top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when it can be chain birth most of the chains in the game? Why would I?
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends. Big.
Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pickett sets up play action. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Pickett now on first down. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. The Steelers at 3-6 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Harris running straight ahead. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
He's got him in, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot. But not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From midfield now, Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was...
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Cameron Hayward, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find it.
Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at the 35-yard line.
Tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. 20! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the play.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong.
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Said not so fast to a good drive. It marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. T.J. Watt providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Pickett. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Sam Hubbard with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right in the beginning.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. And McPherson on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Steelers nothing. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Completes it to Austin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. First and 10, here's Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50s. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the years.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what...
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
Now Burrow on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about, doesn't it?
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Well, partner, I'm just going to say this. Whoever did the scouting report for this game is going to get a raise because they've had their number at every turn, and they just buried him for a safety with ease. When you earn 2 points and give up 0 for a half of football, there's not much left you can improve on, even though they'll try.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. He'll air this one out for Boyd. That's caught inside the 20. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Now a first down carry for Harris. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Pickett to throw on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're... And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off play action. Pickett. Open man. That's the tight end Freiermuth. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Nixon will try the right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And my goodness, another interception. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And now here's another interception. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. But still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception.
Touchdown! Joe Mixon, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Damn.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Sam Hubbard, his second sack of the night. The Steelers send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Burrow on play action. Eluding the pressure right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out.
Here we go. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield.
My boy about to turn.
Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
11 MT.
To the air again, Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Oh.
Extra point by McPherson.
Is it good?
This one was over.
Oh, yeah. How are you?
Good.
I need help on math.
Okay. When your assignment due?
After the touchdown, McPherson
I just need to study math.
What you mean?
They got me doing.
And that one bounces out.
You got to stimulate what you're talking about.
So we'll
Like Y equals something in parentheses
at the line
20.
to start their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got his tight end Fryermuth over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Pickett now on first down. He gets this one to Johnson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On second down, this is Harris. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, here's Pickett. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
11 mighty, 11 mighty.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Here we go.
The Bengals on third down.
11,
They've only
11.
converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
11 Thomas.
Now Burrow. And that's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Pickett. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the draw, it's Harris. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals.
I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm trapped in. No, I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help. No one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it. So we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score. Make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on force, put in work like a chore. Till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. hurry, cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a temper feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me soldier, soldier. Flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky, even floppy, face Nazi. Talking all Aki, think he big poppy, then I'll chop him down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me. It's obvious, you're too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm Rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Got all the rings, stuff. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, huh? But they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
I'm really out for blood this time, look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the option, I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the pause. Follow the core and back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I'm done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who was involved. Don't let me do it, cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the doubters, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Heard it was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory, back up on time, and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form shall prosper. R&B all over my roster. I got options, I keep it right on the dresser. Next to the Oscar, applying pressure, somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my closet, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. So now they on my body. Made it to the top. Ain't no way that they can stop me now.
I joined the Illuminati. I got demons all around me. Tell me what they know about me. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend, tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia Peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking, you tripping, you slacking, impatient, be waiting.